So I'd like to begin with a positive. The support home and away this season has been incredible. How big of a part has this played in what has on paper been a successful season?
They've been brilliant. They've been absolutely brilliant all season. You know, they turn up whatever, and they have done since myself and Ben came in. We can't thank them enough. It's just a shame that we've let ourselves down in the last few weeks. Certainly over the last month, we haven't been at the levels required, and that's why we haven't been winning games. You know, it's all the time. You've got to play football like a fan, and you know that energy, that passion, that just commitment in terms of when you're playing, you've got to play, every moment as if it's going to be your last moment on the football pitch, and that they certainly do that in the stable end. They're superb. You know, the energy they bring that really drives us on. So yeah. So
moving on to the weekend, obviously there's 4 games to go in the season. Obviously Saturday sees us travel to title chase in Bedford.
Yeah.
We're looking to turn those fortunes around. They're continuing their title chase. What sort of atmosphere, what sort of game are you expecting Saturday?
It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. We've got to get back to what we are, which is, any game you've got to. I know it's a cliche, but you've got to earn the right. You've got to outwork your opponent, and then hopefully a football game breaks out. But it will be a game where it will be fiercely contested. It will be, I think, scrappy at times, but we've got to earn the right, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we turn up and we work our, we give everything we can to stop them. So yeah, hopefully we can do ourselves justice. I'm more concerned at the minute about the performance. The performance has to be better. We have to get back to what we are, which is high energy, commitment, and I say again, passion. You've got to play the game as a fan. You've got to, it means more. It's got to mean more.
Obviously, you mentioned with the recent run of results. How's the atmosphere been with the boys this week? Because obviously they look determined to bring themselves back to winning ways.
Yeah, trying to get it back, trying to get the fun back into it, but working hard as well. I said to these guys that we've got 4 games to go, and especially fans, they've given so much this year, and some people would argue it's been a good season. I think it's been an overall disappointing season with good bits, good spells, and I think we could have done a lot more, but we've let ourselves down at key moments in the season. So we've got to go and give them something to be happy about in the last few weeks. And again, that comes down to, as a fan, what do you want to see? You want to see your team running with giving every bit of sweat they can for the football team, and they've got to show that they care. They've got to show that it means more to them. So that's what we've got to get back to. We've got to run. We've got to compete. We've got to win our individual battles and go from there. And it is step by step.
Last thing I'd like to ask, Saturday again saw another academy graduate, this time in the starting lineup. Made his appearance the Monday before against Waltham Abbey, but Joe Lardelli. So made his first appearance then, started on Saturday, and he got voted man of the match by the spectators as well. How does that make you feel, especially coming from that academy? Again, another player pushing their way into the first team.
Yeah, no, it's good. Ideally, I don't really want any sort of my defensive players winning man of the match, because it probably means we're not doing things great up the other end. But nevertheless, he's been really good. He's a great lad. We've worked with him for 2 years now, just under 2 years, and I've got to say he's a really bright footballer. He's a centre half that he's a very, very clever footballer, and he's got a long way to go in the game. Don't get me wrong, but I think if he keeps his head down and he really grafts, then he could be whatever he wants to be. But that's down to him. Myself and Ben, we can give him the tools and we can try and help him along the way. But ultimately, it's okay. He's got into the first team now. Now he's got to stay there. And that's through performances. That's through working hard. That's through overall being a good lad. And that's what we want. We want 11 of him on the pitch, but a squad of them who ultimately they're good lads. They work hard. They enjoy coming in. Enjoy playing for this football club. And just go from there. Step by step.
That's perfect. Well, cheers for your time, Pat.
Cheers, mate.
Enjoy the weekend.
Cheers.